around County Meath and in location for the training of the county senior football team in its quest for 1949 All-Ireland honours. An area and building which had trained hundreds in their native tongue was now preparing the lads from the Royal County for the big sports tussle of the year. The team led by their trainer, Father Tully, each and every one eager to earn for his county the honour of winning an All-Ireland. In the 62 years of the Gaelic Athletic Association, 12 counties had won All-Ireland football honors up to Sunday, September the 25th, and Meath was not one of them. Would they be number 13? Superstitious? Well, let's see. From the early hours of that now historic Sunday morning, the crowd streamed to Croke Park. They came from all over Ireland. They came from all over the world. Never before had such a crowd attended any sports fixture in Ireland. Thousands came and failed to gain admission. Every possible vantage point was taken up, and some had come from a land beyond the sea to answer the call of final day. The stars of tomorrow, the miners of Armagh and Kerry, set the pace contested game. Armagh took their first minor All-Ireland with a team that augurs well for the future. While in the Hogan stand we noticed from New York an interested, if slightly disappointed, John Kerry O'Donnell, the man who did so much to make the 1947 Polo Grounds All-Ireland such a success. The crave Cavan na manure togahead agmacha. Hanig on Trishuk, la parig o keep, agus shinnig on Tara an Dorkish. In the stand sit many dignitaries, Antonishta, Mr. De Valera, and diplomatic representatives from all over the world. Me father got a voter on the hair and a van tagaha, and they were greeted with a presidential salute. The arrival of the teams, Meath dancing about anxiously awaiting the start of the game. The champions Cavan, accustomed to the glamour of the day but eager too. Smiling referee Dan Ryan. The photographers get busy. Cavan, the team of recent glories, a side which set a standard in recent years. So to the parade, the arcane band leads the way to the shouts of the excited crowd. The men of Meath, the men of Cavan. His Grace, the Most Reverend Dr. Kine, Bishop of Meath, is escorted onto the field by Micheál Keogh and Father Tully. And so 79,460 people stand and face the tricolour for the national anthem, and some of the team join in the singing. The ceremonial throw-in, and then the official throw-in, and the game is on, with an early Cavan attack quickly repelled, and Meath settling down to their task in the opening moments. A determined raid on the Cavan goal. I didn't hold them, says Peter McDermott. You did hold them, says referee Dan Ryan, and Cavan's Paddy Smith takes the free. The general idea of a quick Cavan superiority was being rudely disrupted. It was Meath on top, and despite wides by Bill Halfpenny and others, they stayed there. Cavan fought back, and quickly they closed that early gap, much to the delight of their very many followers. They attacked again, but with Paddy Dixon playing a great game for Meath, the Meath goalmouth was saved. John Joe Riley gets the ball, passes it to Tony Tye. Tony Tye to J.J. Cassidy, but the final effort failed. Kevin Smith, brilliant Meath goalkeeper, clears, and in a twinkle, Meath are attacking again. But it's the turn of Cavan's Paddy Smith to clear now. Paddy O'Connell of Meath sends in a long one. It's cleared, but in a flash, Meath's captain Brian Smith has sent over a point, and at half-time the Leinster champions lead 7 points to 3. Could pull down the lead. or would Meath hold on to theirs? Well, Cavan set about it in style and quickly had a point. But with Christo Hand and Paddy Dixon in such form for Meath, the Leinster men were attacking again. And so, with play veering up and down the field, the thrills came quickly. Eight points to 5, 8 points to 6, and then came those pulsating moments. Meath's Paddy Meegan races down the wing, dodges his way through, a hard shot towards the goal. Morris saves, but Bill Halfpenny is in, and the ball is in the net for a goal that puts Meath on the highway to football on. The crowd, team, or Meath seems to go wild. But in a twinkle, it was the chance of Cavan, for Cavan had a goal by Mick Higgins, who sent in an unsavable shot. Yero Gar Coolin Afranish, 1-8 to 1-6. Only 2 points dividing these next-door neighbours, and the excitement was intense. However, with the man who staged the comeback, Jim Carney, playing a fine game, Meath kept their lead. Not all their raids were scores, some others repelled by J.J. Riley, Paddy Smith and P.J. Duke. So a county rich in the long history of Ireland, Meath of Tara's Hill was set to win the most coveted honour in Irish sport, the chief prize of an association which has for years played a leading part in the national life of the country. Meath were playing like champions, and brilliant Paddy Connell added another point. Umadakasa, Balair Gran Meath Olcom Keen, August by Yakari the hard road. The hard road to the final had aided Tipperary in their hurling test. And now the great battles of Leinster were helping Meath. Back they swept into the attack, but again the Cavan defence, which stood up well against these repeated onslaughts, drove them back. John Joe O'Reilly, always playing a captain's part, clears for Cavan. Bill Duke gains possession, and he too clears. Movements don't foil Cavan this time, and Dixon wins the race for possession in the centre of the field. And as the scoreboard read, 110 to 1-6, the final whistle sounded. From all angles, the Meath followers pour into the ground to cheer their heroes, as Cavan sporting players say, well done to their conquerors. Attention turns to the stands, where the thousands await the presentation of the cups. First to Armagh's minor wing forward captain, Blaney, and then Micheál Keogh presents the coveted Sam Maguire trophy to Meath's Brian Smith, with Peter McDermott as a smiling colleague. And so, with the cup held high, Meath leave Croke Park, All-Ireland football champions for 1949.